He's in a band called Fozzie. Fozzie makes me think of Muppets. Muppets make me think of puppets. Puppets make me think of somebody shoving their hand up a puppet's ass, and it makes me think of my butthole. Therefore, I get triggered when somebody talks to me about Chris Jericho.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the most fun wrestling podcast there is. You know why? Because I have fun, and I'm doing it. So, without any more waiting, I'm Skeeter Skyflyer. Hey, everybody. And here's the host with the most. And if you're real good friends with him, he'll make you toast. Marky Xtreme.
Oh my God. If I made you toast, I would put goddamn cyanide on the goddamn top of it. That was the worst introduction you've done yet, Skeeter. And if I was grading you, you would get a negative E, because ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark. Xtreme, 15 plus years, undefeated, backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner. And on top of all that, sexy ass, smooth ass, cool ass shit, I am the host of the #1, don't need to go look at the Nelson numbers, the #1 hit YouTube wrestling series, On Your Mark. And it's such a hit that we thought, hey, why not take what you're loving over here on the visual plane and fuck it on over here into the audio plane, because we have created the On Your Mark podcast. We're deep diving into topics every Wednesday and giving you the best and most extreme outlook there ever has been, straight from the horse's ass himself, Mark E. Xtreme. And I'm doing it raw, I'm doing it uncensored, and I'm doing it extreme, baby.
So if that was my worst intro ever, then that means it's only going to get better from here, right?
God, I freaking hope so.
Well, this is such an exciting podcast to do. Like Mark E. Xtreme said, it's uncensored, unlike any of the other shows that On Your Mark has available on the many platforms, including like this show on Apple Podcasts. Be sure to give a rate and review on there, because we give away t-shirts for the best rate and reviews, and that'll be coming up again soon here in the next couple of weeks. We just gave one recently, so you're going to want to do that. Get on there, rate and review. And I think it's also time that we mention that we have Patreon, and we have some extreme shoutouts for some of our very supportive listeners. Isn't that right, Marky Xtreme?
Oh, hell yeah, that's right. You know, there's an exclusive club, not just any club, not a Bullet Club, not the Bullet Club, but there's an exclusive club in wrestling that everybody's talking about these days. It's the On Your Mark Patreon Club. The skid marks, the loyal skid marks that are keeping the roof over the backyard, so to say. And we got to give a shout out to those few select skid marks. Miguel Diaz, Rick Conley, Tom, Mr. Blix, Hillbilly Bryn, Max, and Angela Elias. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for making my dreams and aspirations totally possible. And like I said, you are all keeping the roof over the backyard here at Backyard Wrestling Entertainment and On Your Mark Incorporated. And, you know, if you want to become a part of this exclusive club, if you want to go down the streets and scream down on the sidewalks, I'm a fucking skid mark, well, then go to patreon.com/OIM show and join now, because you get exclusive shout outs on the podcast. You're getting exclusive access to past question mark live recordings and everything we put out online, including the podcast, including interviews. You're getting all that shit early. That's right. It's coming at you hot, and it's coming at you uncensored. Well, no, that's my intro for this podcast. I'm getting mixed up, Skeeter. But we got lots of cool shit over on the Patreon. And I just think that if people are true skid marks, if people are true Marky Marks, then what are they doing if they aren't joining our Patreon yet, Skeeter?
I don't know. Maybe they're just providing for their families, and they're just enjoying the show as it is on face value, and just they support with their love and their hearts and their feelings and their prayers.
Skeeter, but let me ask you this. What could be more providing for your family than joining the On Your Mark Patreon? I don't think there's anything more to provide.
Like bread and water, clean water.
Entertainment and Xtreme is more important than that stupid shit.
Toys for your children.
We got replica belts.
Well, I guess that's a good point. Just can you put clean running water on the Patreon?
You get everything you need. Everything you need, we get our Patreon.
Okay, well there you have it, folks. And now let's get into the meat and potatoes of it all. Today we're talking about the Honky Tonk Man.
Ugh.
What do you mean?
Do you want me to get into it now?
Well, I think that's kind of the idea of the show, isn't it?
Okay. I'll just, I'll said it before. I'll say it again. I don't like anybody that makes a joke of my business. You got this guy out there that, and it's not just, I'm not going to just fully rip Honky Tonk Man a new asshole. There's a lot of fucking guys in this business that do this. They lack in wrestling skills. So what they lack in wrestling skills, they cover it up with bubblegum and titty farts, and Honky Tonk Man is no exclusion. What he couldn't do in the ring, he goes, oh, I'm going to put on a fucking weird ass outfit. Pretend I'm a knockoff, jack off Elvis Presley. What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm just,
Who?
all I see out. He's a jack off Elvis Presley.
You mean Elias?
No, Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, he's a knockoff Elvis Presley. And
Who's
the
that?
only reason Elvis Presley? You don't know who fucking Elvis Presley is?
Are you talking about Elias?
Did I say Elias Skeeter?
Yeah, I think you're saying Elias Presley, but I don't know what the Presley part means. Oh, you mean when he was the NXT guy, when he was like the Wanderer or whatever?
If I said yes, will you shut the fuck up?
Yes.
Yes, that is Elvis Presley. So
Elias.
Yep, you got it. Good job, Skeeter. Oh boy, Skeeter, good job. I'm gonna give you a treat.
Can I get a sticker too?
No, I'll give you one of my goddamn Twinkies.
Oh, no, I don't want that. We talked about what you do with those Twinkies.
Yeah, well, I can't see no evil, hear no evil. Honky Tonk Man, like I said, I will say this. I'm excited to deep dive into him so the world can know what my true thoughts are on the Honky Tonk Man, and what my thoughts aren't opinions, they're facts. So let's proceed.
The Honky Tonk Man was born Roy Wayne Ferris on January 25th, 1953 in Bolivar, Tennessee. Now, I think what has been not mentioned yet is a major, major key factor in the Honky Tonk Man. The Honky Tonk Man has said, and it is in records, that he is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Marky Xtreme, can you think of a greater Intercontinental Champion that there's ever been?
Hell yes, I can. A lot of them. There's so many better than him. I'm not. You can't just go out there and just say you're the best champion of all time and you're the best champion of all time. You've got to prove it.
Is it? Wait, don't you kind of do that?
Yeah, but do I not prove it, Skeeter?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you do, but you also just say it a lot, and there's a lot of people you've not really fought.
Yeah, but I walk the walk and I jock the talk, Skeeter. Okay, and you know what? Honky Tonk Man does not jonk the talk. Okay. He goes out there and he self-proclaimed, oh, I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there jizz. And, he's not any of that, And if you're going to go out there and proclaim to be that good, you better back it up with some real solid pile of shit, And I do that. But there are many more, to answer your dumb question, there are many more champions that are better than him. I could, let's just see, Rob Van Dam, who else was a goddamn Intercontinental champ? AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. Wasn't goddamn Kerwin White a fucking Intercontinental champion?
I don't know about that, but he held the Intercontinental Championship for 434 days.
It's not about how long you hold it. It's about what you do in that. It's not about. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional because this is one of the things my grandpa told me. It's not about how long you hold it. It's about what you do while you're holding it. And he would yell that to me from the bathroom. And at the time, I didn't know what he was talking about. But it's one of those things that when somebody tells you when you're younger that comes back to you. And that's one of those things that now I know as a grown-ass man what that quote means. And it's a quote I'll pass on to my child one day.
Well, I guess that's all very valid points, and I'm not a champion, so I guess I can't judge in that way. I agree. I think Honky Tonk Man is one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time. But that brings me to my next question. Marky Xtreme, what is Intercontinental?
Intercontinental, that means on the inner part of a continent. So it's, the world title is the whole world.
Okay.
So the Intercontinental is a part of whatever the fuck continent they're talking about, but the inner part of it. So you're the champion of Middle America.
So what does that have to do with breakfast?
Are they, I don't know, are they the same thing?
Yeah, if you go to a motel and they're like, help yourself to our Intercontinental breakfast.
I assume that it all is from the same place. There's a part, I mean, I haven't really traveled fucking anywhere, but I assume in the middle part of the Northern America, I'm sure in the inner part of this continent, there is a whole place where this is the Intercontinental, and they have breakfast there, and they have champions, and they have all kinds of things. They're allowed to have these things. Just because you're on the middle part of the country and you're the outcasts of the United States does not mean you're not allowed the luxuries of the world.
See, look, I'm learning a lot today. This is informative. This is better than school. Honky Tonk Man became Intercontinental Champion after defeating Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Our podcast network.
No, okay. That I know for sure is not correct because we're on Dragon Wagon Radio.
Prove it.
We mean prove it.
I need to see proof. But continue. We'll go over papers later.
Okay, well, yeah, he was Intercontinental Champion, and then at WrestleMania 3, Honky Tonk Man had an iconic match where Honky Tonk Man had Jimmy Hart in his corner, and then he fought Jake the Snake Roberts and rockstar Alice Cooper in his. Have you ever seen her? She's like a real scary looking lady.
Yeah, I was never, a fan of Alice Cooper. There's a lot of women that have come into this business and done great things and, and carved their way into this business. But then there's some women like Alice Cooper that, it's just hard to look at. Like you said it. But, this is, you say Jake the Snake and my tits perk up. And that is because I know Jake the Snake, and he's, I definitely didn't ask me to touch his snake. But he's one of the boys. And, this makes me want to take a trip down memory lane and, jump back into the vault from the time I hung out with Jake the Snake.
From the vault.
Speaking of tasting things, does snakes like peanut butter?
Just on your scrotum, yeah.
Jake, I have to tell you, making me a little uncomfortable with all the jokes, but I don't have to.
No.
Okay.
No. Not unless you want to again.
It never happened. I never did anything with Jake's wiener. Okay?
What about my snake? No scales, but a couple of warts? Is that what you're going to say next?
Oh, God, Jake. God dang it.
From the vault.
Oh, there you have it. That was definitely, didn't scar me or keep me up at night, but just a time I hung out with my boy, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Never have I seen you be so white-knuckled driving after something like that. Your eyes are wide open.
Why has it got to be white knuckles?
Because you're gripping the wheel so tight.
I'm going to stop you right there. I don't see color, Skeeter.
You don't?
White knuckle, black knuckle. I promote equality.
So what happens when you get color in a match? You don't see anything?
That's a different color. That's different colors. That's different.
But that's a color.
That is a. Are we in preschool? Yes, that is a color.
What about for color commentators?
There are. Okay, Skeeter, we can't go down this. This is the slippery, sloppy slope. Okay, we can't go down this lane. So let's continue. Get back on track here.
Okay. Well, did you know that Jerry the King Lawler is the Honky Tonk Man's first cousin?
That's not true.
It is true.
How do you know that?
Because I researched it and I watched it on the shows, and they both have said that we're first cousins, but they don't get along all that well.
I don't know the laws, but could they get married?
Why not?
I just don't know what level, a degree of cousin you can get married to, and then it's legal. I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for Honky Tonk Man.
I think if you are in love and it's your first cousin, that means your best cousin, obviously. It means because you rank your cousins. That's how that works. Because you go, however many cousins you have, you go, you are my first. You're my number one, cousin. And I would marry you first.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking out. No, I'm not asking for me.
If it's your 10th cousin, then that's wrong and that's not okay.
You're right. 10th cousin is not right, not good. But you know what 10 makes me think of, Skeeter?
What's that?
On your mark, 10K, go! The awesome new contest we have over on our YouTube channel. And Skeeter, this might be the easiest contest you can enter. This might be the easiest race that you will ever take a part of. Because Skeeter, tell the skid marks about our On Your Mark 10K Go contest.
Oh, it's easy, everybody. Marky Xtreme's right. Even I can't mess it up. All you got to do is go to youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow. First off, you're just going to see a bunch of great videos there, and you can get this podcast there. But all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, and once you do that, you are entered to win a chance to win WWE Battlegrounds, the new video game from 2K and WWE, and it's exciting. You can get a physical copy or digital copy. All you got to do is subscribe. That's it.
Yep. Many people say that your dreams will never come true. I dream every night of John Cena being, eaten by an alligator. And lo and behold, I never thought it would be possible. But freaking John Cena can now be killed by an alligator in real life with WWE Battleground. And I'm stoked.
That can't be confirmed. But all we got to do, people, is once we hit 10,000 subscribers, then we will choose a winner, and that could be you. So tell a friend, tell everybody, and everybody will get a chance to win. So back to the Honky Tonk Man. The Honky Tonk Man, he had an amazing Intercontinental Championship run. He beat opponent after opponent. He beat Macho Man Randy Savage. And then, do you remember that Saturday night's main event when Macho Man Randy Savage and then him were fighting? And then Honky Tonk Man was going to hit him over the head with a guitar. And then Elizabeth came in and said, don't hit him with a guitar. And then he threw it to the ground and said, I'm going to hit him with a guitar. And then Macho Man said, don't hit me with a guitar. And Honky Tonk Man said, I'm going to hit you with a guitar.
Skeeter, stop. What the hell is a guitar?
It's a guitar. He got a guitar.
What's a guitar?
A guitar is one of them instruments where you got the strings on it and all the woods, and then you pluck it. You pluck in all your guitar.
A guitar?
Elias has one.
A guitar?
Elias has one.
A guitar?
Elias the Drifter Presley has one.
Has a guitar.
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 Skeeter, I swear to God, guitar. What I don't give a shit. But the truth of the pudding is that guitar, honestly, I'm glad you brought this up. A guitar might be the bitchiest weapon in wrestling.
What?
Yes.
Why?
When you go to under the wrestling ring where all of the world's weapons exist and you can choose from anything, why would you choose a guitar? When you could choose a barbed wire bat or a flaming table or a goddamn pistol. And by the way, there should be more pistols in matches. Why the F would you choose a pussy-ass musical instrument? What a bitch. Jeff Jarrett, a bitch. Honky Tonk Man, a bitch. Fucking Elias, bitch, 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 bitch. And I'd say it right to their fucking faces.
What about Van Ham? No, wait, what was his name? He's in WCW.
Van Hammer, legend in this business.
He played guitar.
I know, bitch. Doesn't mean that he ain't a bitch. Still, even if you play guitar, you can still be a legend, but you're a legendary bitch.
I don't think that's true. I think guitar is a great weapon and it's fun. And guitar, and you play songs and then you hit somebody in the head with it, and then it makes a little song. It goes like brown, kunk thunk. So it's like a drum and a guitar all in one.
I know that, all I know is musicians are just, they choose to be musicians because they don't got what it takes to be wrestlers.
What about Fozzie?
Who the fuck is Fozzie?
This Chris Jericho.
Are we talking about Muppets?
Not yet, but I hope we can. You keep saying we can't.
No, fuck no. Muppets creep me out, man. First of all, puppets are weird as hell. First of all, I feel like I'm violating an inanimate object when I have to shove my hand up its asshole to operate its mouth. Anybody gets near my butthole is going straight to jail.
What about Doctor?
Doctors too. In my life, there will not be nobody going near my butthole.
All right, but if ever you have a match where you fall on something and something goes straight up your butthole, I'm going to help you out and get that out of your butthole.
That never happened.
But if it does, I'm there.
Why are you winking?
I'm there for you, and I'll have gloves on me at all times. So it's not like it's like I won't even be there.
Can we stop talking about my butthole?
You brought it up.
No, I didn't.
I think you did.
I don't remember that.
You talked about puppets and Muppets and then putting your hands up your own butthole or something like that.
Yeah, but you said Fozzie, and then it made me think of my butthole.
Yeah, Chris Jericho's a band man.
Chris Jericho makes me think of my butthole even more than Fozzie.
What's that? What?
I don't gotta explain myself.
But he's in a band that plays music, and he's not a...
He's in a band called Fozzie. Fozzie makes me think of Muppets. Muppets make me think of puppets. Puppets make me think of somebody shoving their hand up a puppet's ass, and it makes me think of my butthole. Therefore, I get triggered when somebody talks to me about Chris Jericho.
Okay. All right, well, then Honky Tonk Man hit Macho Man in the head with a guitar, and then Macho Man went down. It was really cool.
Guitar.
And then Honky Tonk Man also fought George Animal Steel. He fought everybody. He beat everybody. He beat everybody for all these days in a row. And then he beat up Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Brutus the Barber Beefcake was supposed to be fighting Honky Tonk Man at 1988 SummerSlam. This was supposed to be a huge match for the Intercontinental Championship, but Beefcake was taken out, and then it was going to be a mystery opponent at SummerSlam. And it was set to be, and then Honky Tonk Man came to the ring, and they went, well, where's his opponent? And he said, bring anybody out here. I don't care. And then the music hit, and it was the Ultimate Warrior. Came out to the ring and beat Honky Tonk Man in just 31 seconds for the Intercontinental Championship, ending his 454-day reign as champion. Mark Xtreme, do you remember this iconic moment in SummerSlam history?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I was a huge fan of Ultimate Warrior. I mean, goddamn technical wrestling genius out there looking like $1 million, jacked to the gills. And anybody that wears face paint automatically gets in the cool book, in my book. And, I was so pumped about this match. I was pumped, and I wanted to, there's never a better point when you're like watching something and you want somebody to get their ass kicked, and Ultimate Warrior whooped his ass. And at the end of the day, Honky Tonk Man just didn't have what it takes, and some people don't have what it takes. You you don't have what it takes, Skeeter, and that's okay. But you know what? Maybe if you, Skeeter, put in a little bit of extra work, or maybe if the Honky Tonk put in a little bit of extra work. And I'm thinking maybe that extra work is extracurricular exercise activities like the Marky Xtreme shake weight class. And Skeeter, every Wednesday night at the Women's Club is the Marky Xtreme shake weight class. Tell the fine listeners what some of the repeat customers have had to say about the Marky Xtreme shake weight class experience.
Well, Lizzie says Marky Xtreme's shake weight class left me feeling like I could never do this again because I was invaded. My privacy was invaded. My space was invaded. And this was all around a rude encounter. Madeline says Marky Xtreme doesn't know what he's talking about. I can't believe I paid $25 for this class. And for a whole hour, he talked about how Muppets freak him out. Sharon says, who are you? What is this? Get the F away from me. I never want to see any of you again in my life.
All of them are ribbon, and all of them clearly enjoyed the experience. And if you are a woman and you want to come and step up your fitness game and work muscles that you never knew existed, well, come on down to the Women's Club every Wednesday night for Marky Xtreme's shake weight class. T-shirts now available at DragonWagonRadio.com.
So after his epic Intercontinental Championship reign, things changed up for the Honky Tonk Man, and he got into a tag team. That's right, the iconic team of Rhythm and Blues. That's the Honky Tonk Man and Greg the Hammer Valentine. What did you think of Rhythm and Blues, Marky Xtreme?
I don't really give a fuck. It's one of these things I don't have an opinion about. Clearly could have probably chosen a better name. But it's one of these things, Skeeter, where, this just didn't knock the needle for me. It didn't pique my interest. When you're in the depths of the 80s, kick-ass WWF, and you got Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, and you got all these badass goddamn Goliaths out there, and then you got Rhythm and Blues. I mean, were you interested in Rhythm and Blues?
Yeah, I was, because that's double the guitars, that's double the music, and that's you got the rhythm and you got the blues, and then the Greg the Hammer Valentine made his hair all jet black and cool. I've been thinking about making my hair all jet black and cool.
I wish you would do that. Please do that, and we can, maybe we'll work on a new gimmick for you. But that's a separate discussion. But Skeeter, let me ask you this: when I go to a wrestling match, I want to see wrestling. I'm not going to a wrestling match to see music. If I want to see music, I go to an orchestra. Skeeter, why do wrestlers think they got to bring outside things into wrestling to spice it up? Why do they got to put glitter on the fucking the Twinkie? Give me the Twinkie without the glitter. I don't need nor do I want music involved in my wrestling. Why does this continue to happen?
But what about entrance music? Don't you like entrance music?
What that? Yeah. But that, fuck, god dang it. You've pissed me off because you've got me. You got me there, and I'm fucking pissed.
I gotcha. Ooh, I gotcha. That's one for Skeeter.
Gross. Stop. Fucking weirdo.
I could double get you if you want. You want me to double get you?
Oh, no. I'm triggered. Stop.
You like makeup on wrestlers. You like face paint. You think makeup is cooler than guitars and music?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Why don't you wear makeup then?
I have thought you know how much goddamn times I've wanted to do like a Marky Xtreme face paint?
You mean makeup?
But my dumb mom won't let me use her makeup.
So you like wearing makeup?
Face paint. War paint.
Yeah, but that's makeup at its
No,
root.
it's not. Makeup is for girls or sissies.
You just said you wanted to wear your mom's makeup, but she won't let you.
To wrestle.
But that's makeup.
You are making me so mad, Skeeter. I don't know why. I don't know if you're trying to or what your intentions are.
You are slandering the Honky Tonk Man, and he is a personal favorite of mine, so I am standing up for him.
Yeah, but your taste is shit.
I know that I don't wear makeup.
It's not makeup. It's war paint, and it's badass. And Skeeter, will you go into my mom's bathroom and get her goddamn makeup?
That you just said it is makeup.
Yes, but it's going to be used as war paint.
But if no one shows up to the show, then you're just wearing makeup.
No, that means I'm practicing promos and character development.
Then you're in a play, basically. Like then you're doing rehearsal. You're like,
hell no, I ain't no fucking theater actor. I'm real as hell.
Just saying, just keeping it real, everybody. Just keeping it real on the show. The Honky Tonk Man plays the guitar. He sings songs. He dances. He even wears a jumpsuit. I mean, can you imagine how fun that all is as a wrestling character, doing all those things and being, as he says, the greatest entertainer of all time? He might be better than The Rock.
Oh, that's laughable. My potential father, that's laughable. You know, no, all this is just, you know, the more somebody puts on themselves, you know, hides themselves behind facades, they are just hiding their deep, true sadness. And you know what? It makes me sad. I think that Honky Tonk Man is hiding a lot of sadness behind this glitter, these titty farts, the fucking jumpsuits, and the guitars. You know, I think that deep down he's probably either hiding a lot of sadness or a lot of secrets that he doesn't want anybody to find out about him.
Well, let me ask you this. His patented finishing maneuver, the shake, rattle, and roll. You got to admit, Marky Xtreme, this move is devastating, and it's got a great name and a great low setup when he grabs him by the neck and he does his hips. He swings his hips, and then wham, turns him into a big old neck breaker.
What about that is, how is that considered a finishing move? How? It's like John Cena's, you know, finishing move with the hand thing. It's like, oh, you can't see me, and then he drops a punch. What makes that so devastating?
They didn't see it coming. They got hit with a punch.
Yeah, but am I supposed to believe that a punch or a shake a baby toy, a rattle, is gonna fucking finish me? I'd get up and I'd pull out my pecker and I'd piss on him. If he thinks I'm gonna go down for the goddamn count on a shake, rattle, and roll, get the fuck out, Honky Tonk Man. I will piss on you. I will pull my dick out and piss on you in the middle of the ring to dare disgrace or deflect or think that I will lay down for that bullshit. Suck my asshole.
Now, wait, you're talking about butthole stuff again. You're worried about puppets and all that, and
stop.
You
Stop
wanted
it.
him to suck your butthole?
No.
That's what you just said.
Stop. No, just because I said that, it slipped out. That doesn't mean I want the Honky Tonk Man to get on his knees and suck my butthole. It was just a figure of speech, okay?
Are you wearing makeup when Honky Tonk Man sucks your butthole?
Maybe I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for exploding, but I get easily triggered when my butthole's brought up, and even more easily triggered when it just comes out of my mouth.
You definitely tend to explode when
my butthole comes out of my mouth.
Yeah. It's true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for angering you. I'm just trying to get the answers that our audience wants to hear. It's what this show's all about. The Honky Tonk Man then went to WCW in the summer of 1994 and challenged Johnny B. Bad for the WCW World Television Championship. What did you think of Honky Tonk Man's feud in WCW against Johnny B. Bad?
Johnny B. Bad, another one that, you know, hiding his failures with glitter and titty farts and bullshit. You know, at the core of it, Johnny B. Bad, we know who he really is.
Mark Marrow?
Mark Sable Miro. Yes. He is Sable's husband. Was Sable's husband.
Ex-husband.
Ex-husband. Yes. But at a time he was tapping that ass, but that's who he is at the core. And he knows that he's nothing better than that. So he had to go to WCW and shoot graffiti or shoot cannons at people and blast stuff all over little kids' faces and, cover himself in glitter and ribbons and frou-frou bullshit. But, it's no surprise that they would want to pair him up with someone, like the Honky Tonk Man, when somebody can't go out there and put on a 5-star, 6-star match like me, Marky Xtreme, then they're going to have to go out there and blast kids in the face with shit, if I was one of those kids, I'd be pissed off because anytime some wrestler puts something in my face that I wasn't asking for, I'm not going to be happy about it.
I'd be happy about it. I'd love to sit front row and have Johnny B. Bad blast me in the face.
Yeah, well, that says a lot about you.
Well, I'm not wearing makeup.
Bitch.
And then shortly after his feud, Honky Tonk Man was fired from WCW, and Eric Bischoff stated that it was his favorite firing in his book, Controversy Creates Cash.
Cool. What do you want me? Is this a question or is this
I mean, sometimes I just say things and then you comment on them anyway, or sometimes I don't even finish stuff. Did you read that book?
No, I don't have time to read books. The only book I will ever have time to read is when I finish my book. But crayons aren't easy to write with past a single page.
They are not.
But I could understand though, how enjoyable it must have felt for Eric Bischoff to fire Honky Tonk Man. Firing people is very enjoyable. It's very cathartic, and I take great pleasure when I get to fire somebody or when I find a reason to fire somebody. I've fired many people in my past. When Buff Bagwell just stepped into the Backyard Wrestling Entertainment for the Marky Extreme Rules Horror Show. I had to fire him after based on what happened in the backyard. These are acts that we didn't ask for, and many people that were in attendance did not ask for. But, I took great pleasure in firing Buff Bagwell from Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. So I could relate to Eric Bischoff on this one.
And he gone to the independents for a little bit, and then shortly afterwards, Honky Tonk Man came back to WWE as a color commentator, and then even was the manager of arguably Billy Gunn's greatest gimmick, Rockabilly, which was great. Did you like the pairing of Honky Tonk Man and Rockabilly?
No.
What? Why not?
Music and wrestling doesn't mix for me.
But Rockabilly didn't do anything. Well, he just sort of just stood there. He didn't do any music stuff.
But his rock is in his name.
But what about The Rock?
But that's a rock, not rock and roll.
No, it's The Rock.
Yeah, but that means a rock. The Rock, a rock, like a stone.
What about Stone Cold Steve Austin?
You're going on a tangent here. That's two different things.
What about Pebbles from the Flintstones?
I fucking hate you. This could be the best podcast. It really could be.
I mean, we could talk about the Flintstones more. I think that'd be fun.
Nobody wants to hear that shit, Skeeter. What you do on Saturday mornings in the living room, crossing your doing what is it? Indian
crisscross applesauce,
sitting all Indian style, eating fucking corn pops like a bitch.
No, we don't
do
say
it
that
on
no
your
more.
own time.
We say crisscross applesauce.
Sitting all crisscross applesauce, like a little bitch. Do that on your own time, Skeeter. Don't bring it into our wrestling podcast.
Yeah, but I'm not sitting there with a guitar. I'm just sitting there eating cereal, watching the Flintstones.
Yeah, and we're not. I don't want to talk about it here.
Well, then Honky Tonk Man had come back for the Royal Rumble in 2001, and then it wasn't until years later in 2008 that Santino Marella was going for the longest Intercontinental Championship reign, and he had a honkometer, which was counting up the Honky Tonk Man's tenure as Intercontinental Champion. And then in a surprise Cyber Sunday voting event, the fans voted to have Santino Marella fight the Honky Tonk Man in one of the greatest Intercontinental matches of all times. Marky Xtreme, what did you think of this epic encounter of Santino Marella and the Honky Tonk Man?
I these are two people that make a joke of this business. As cool as this pay-per-view was, Cybersex Sunday, the concept is beautiful. And I think that, we've obviously adapted and used a similar, style for a backyard wrestling entertainment show. But, as excited as I was for this show, when you take two guys that go out there like Honky Tonk Man and Santino Marella, two people that make a joke of this business, I get offended. And Skeeter, what happens when I get offended?
You yell a lot.
Yeah, I yell, and I yelled through the whole match. And everybody that was over at my house watching with me was not going to be able to enjoy it because I yelled the whole time. I would get in their faces and yell. I would get right in front of the TV and yell. And you know what? I yelled long enough that the match ended. So you're welcome.
Well, there's so much more to cover, but yeah, we're running out of time here. Honky Tonk Man was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019, most deservedly, and seemingly that's the last class there'll ever be of the Hall of Fame, because they announced a bunch of people this year, and then I don't know what happened. I guess they were all banished, or they did something wrong, and they were not allowed to go in the Hall of Fame. So Honky Tonk Man's one of the last people to ever go into the WWE Hall of Fame. I think deserved. Marky Xtreme, what do you think?
No, it's jokeable. It's laughable. If they're going to let somebody like the Honky Tonk Man in there, they're going to let anybody in there. They might as well just let you into the Hall of Fame, Skeeter.
You think?
It's a hypothetical. It's like, you wouldn't understand. I'm not even going to try to explain it. It's a joke. When you have people that haven't been put into the Hall of Fame, like goddamn legends in this business, like David Flair, fake Razor Ramon, Marky Xtreme, caliber talent like that hasn't been put into the Hall of Fame yet, then it's a joke. The WWE Hall of Fame is a joke to me.
You like fake Razor Ramon more than Honky Tonk Man?
Absolutely. Have you seen the how that man works? Legend. Technical masterpiece matches, 6 stars, up there with the Kenny Omegas and Marky Extremes. David Meltzerman said so himself.
Can I wrestle as fake Marky Xtreme?
That, honestly, Skeeter, that's not a bad idea. Those are the kinds of ideas that if you ever were to pitch to me an idea like that, I would consider it. I would consider considering it. Yeah.
That's exciting. I hope someday I do pitch that to you. That'd be great. That'd be real great.
Maybe one day you will.
Oh, I look forward to me potentially doing that. That's exciting. So thanks for listening, everybody. This has been a great episode on the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time from the greatest backyard wrestling entertainment champion of all time. Again, everybody, go to our YouTube, youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow. Be sure to subscribe, and that way you can be entered into On Your Mark 10K Go. And also, while you're there, watch a bunch of videos. There's a bunch of great shooter interviews with Ricardo Rodriguez and the Hardy Boys and Eli Drake and Christy Hemme, Rob Van Dam, so many more people, and I know there's more to come. Be sure to check out our TikTok at OYM Show. It's blowing up there. There's all kinds of fun videos there. Rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts, and check out other shows on Dragon Wagon Radio. That's how you're listening to this show, and they've got all kinds of great shows on the network, like stuff about like comic books with Koicast. So he talks all about comic books and stuff that's happening with comic books. I like comic books. They have a Flintstones comic book. You know that, Marky Xtreme? We could do an episode on that.
I don't. Flintstones don't care. I don't care.
Well, like I said, this has been great, and I would love someday to see the greatest Intercontinental Champion and the greatest Backyard Wrestling Entertainment Champion meet face to face. I hope so. That'd be so great for me. I think it'd be great for the fans.
I would love to meet him face to face, pull out my goddamn dick and piss all over him.
Or handshake.
Well, that's my form of handshake sometimes.
I think that's inappropriate. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Have a great week. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode.
Dragon Wagon.